Hi, boys and girls. We're now going to learn about the cycle of the cell. So previously, we learned about S phase. This is when DNA replication is happening. So last week, you learned about how the DNA is able to duplicate or replicate itself, so the cell makes two sets of DNA. That all happens during S phase, okay? Now, we're gonna learn about the other parts of the cell cycle. So the cell cycle is basically a series of events that happens for a cell in order for it to divide. So this begins when the cell is very first formed. This could be as a new living thing is being created, or as an existing living thing needs to make new cells. And we make new cells by dividing our existing cells. We learned in the very beginning of the year that cells only come from pre-existing cells. So in order for a cell to make a new cell, it must divide. So we're going to learn the process of cell division. So we have a quick growth phase. So we start here, this is a new cell, and it grows and grows and grows, and it increases in size, just like an adolescent child, okay? A child is going to grow and grow and grow and increase in size. Your cells do that individually as well. After that period of growth, we enter S phase. And this is when your DNA is starting to replicate. So this growth phase, this S phase, and this second growth phase, those are all three parts of what we call interphase. Your cell will spend most of its life in interphase. After interphase, we have mitosis, and then we have cytokinesis. So we are going to learn more about each of these. So in interphase, this is what happens between mitotic divisions. So when your cell isn't actively dividing, it's in interphase. During this time, your cell grows, it develops, and it replicates its DNA, which is what we learned last week. There are three phases to interphase, which I just said on the last slide. The first is G1. This is the growing phase. This is that normal period of cell growth, where it's a newer cell and it's increasing in size. So the organelles are going to start to replicate during this process to help it prepare for mitosis and cytokinesis. During S phase, your chromosomes or DNA are going to be replicated. They're going to make a second copy of themselves. So your DNA, which is found in your nucleus, doubles during this phase. The number of chromosomes remains the same, but they are going to replicate themselves. Oops, sorry. So we have the starting chromosome or DNA and the number of chromosomes. And then after S phase, we have the same number. We just have a second of each number. So in interphase, the last stage is that G2. So this is when your cells are going to finish growing. They are doing their normal functions and they enter the final stage of preparation before mitosis. So what is mitosis? You'll learn about that next.